Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the one, the only, Avo! What's up, my naughty little guacamoles, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but I mean, are you really surprised? I'll get into why this video has been delayed, but let's just get straight to it. So, traveling. One of the more popular places to travel nowadays is the good old Japan. Are you planning a trip to Japan? Have you been doom scrolling on TikTok for the best food spots, where to see the cherry blossoms, and other great places to go sightseeing? Or are you just a weeb who thinks you're spiritually Japanese? Well, hate to break it to you, buddy, but you're not, and you'll never be. Wait, what are you watching? Huh?
Hey, this is an invasion of privacy.
Anyway, I'm going to talk about my embarrassing moments in Japan. Have you ever heard of the famous convenience store called Family Mart? And have you seen the drinks you can make there? Everything looks so good and so, well, convenient. So naturally, I was way too excited to try it. Now listen, although you may have the attention span of a goldfish, if you're learning how to do something, watch the video from beginning to end without skipping. Ugh. This video kind of sucks. I'm gonna skip.
I said no skipping!
So, my sister grabbed a coffee cup, and because I also have an attention span of a goldfish, I did not watch the tutorial video from start to finish. I just watched this girl directly put the cup into the machine, and without watching the entire video, I just assumed that the machine was capable of doing the rest. Oh, no. There's no need to do that. Are you sure? But then how is it going to make the drink? Oh, don't worry. I watched the video. I think the machine does it for you, so just put it in. You sure? Please, I've done my research, alright? Besides, Japan is so high-tech. I'm sure the machine knows what it's doing. Okay, she puts the cup in, pressed a few buttons, and let it work its magic until... Uh-oh. Oh no! What do we do? I don't know. We started panicking, pressed a bunch of buttons, but the machine just wouldn't stop. I felt every pair of eyes staring straight at us as we watched the machine in horror bleeding coffee. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It won't stop. What do we... Avo? Avo? Don't you dare leave me here, you coward! Avo! Avo! The employee notices, comes over. So, where I'm from, we don't really have subways. We drive. And this was my first time navigating a subway. A very busy subway. And damn do their subways cause high levels of pure anxiety. I believe the name Tokyo Drift didn't come from cars, but from subway people. Everyone in suits moved like ostriches on Red Bull. If you walked slightly slower or stopped to look at the map or signs, you will get stampeded. It really was a culture shock, or just a complete shock to me. Japan was one of the only spontaneous trips my family has ever done, which means the planning was handed to the kids, my sister and I. My mistake was trusting Apple Maps. Now, I don't care if you're team Google Maps or Apple Maps. Either way, we got lost. On the subway, the internet was slow, so I decided to re-navigate us. And, well, because there are so many subway routes in Japan, it told me to get off the subway and take another route. Internet connection still sucked, and well, let's just say I re-navigated us 3 times. And somehow, Apple Maps took us to a small town in the middle of nowhere, and no one spoke English. Perfect. With my very limited Duolingo Japanese, I used the best of my abilities to ask a girl who was working at one of the stores. Doko desu ka? Oh, すみません。私はアメリカ人です。日本語は、少しわかります? Oh, hi. Is it just me, or is she just talking even faster just to mess with me? Okay, I'm gonna need a refund from Duolingo because I didn't get a single word she was saying. I used Google Translate and showed it to a girl next to me who was wearing a school uniform. すみません. Oh, Oh, okay, I guess we're just following this little girl. Not creepy at all. As we got to the correct station, she tapped me and told me that this was our stop. We got off together, thanked her, and finally got to our destination. Now, some of you might be thinking, Avo, how did you get lost 3 times? And to that I say, did anyone else volunteer to do this oh so complicated task? So let's be honest with ourselves. Is it really completely my fault? Don't answer that. But the stress and embarrassment aside, we definitely got our steps in that day for sure. And not trying to say that I would do this again, but honestly, I kind of enjoyed getting lost. I was venturing into the unknown, but maybe I can do that without putting my family at risk of a heart attack. All right, a break from embarrassing stories. Also, I didn't know that Japan doesn't really give much wasabi. Everything is already in the food, so they don't really like giving you extra soy sauce or wasabi unless it'll ruin the taste of the sushi. Eh? Where's the wasabi? Sumimasen. Never mind. But that time, my mom really wanted more wasabi, so I decided to challenge myself to ask the chef in Japanese. Sumimasen. Wasabi o motto itadakimasu ka? Oh, hi. Oh my god. He actually understand what I just said? He did! And he's handing me wasabi! Holy shit, I did it! Sumimasen. That was a really proud moment for me, whether he was just being nice or not. The rooms are hella small, by the way. They weren't lying when they said to bring as few things as possible. I had to share a room, and let's just say, every day we'd be maneuvering ourselves like Tetris just to use a bathroom. Uh-oh. What? I gotta pee. Ugh, again? Oh, so how's it going? Just go. Okay. Good talk. Sharing a bed isn't a piece of cake either. What the? How are you even doing? Just stay on your side of the bed. I think this is one of the longest breaks I've ever taken from YouTube and social media. Usually I would still post and keep you guys updated, but this time I just got completely burnt out, and I apologize for that. I know I mentioned hiring an editor slash animator, which I'm still serious about, by the way, and I sincerely apologize for not being able to follow through as quickly as I hoped. And I feel bad for leaving you all hanging. A lot has happened while I've been away. I went back to Asia, as he's being doo-doo, and closed my shop, but it's okay, we don't need them. Avo went through some heartbreaks, and I recently had a lot of work piling up all at once, which is kind of stressing me out. There are many things I plan to share in due time, but I'm still working through some of them, so please bear with me for a bit. I really appreciate those of you who have checked in on me. I honestly thought that many of you would have moved on by now, so I'm really grateful that you've continued to stick around. And I'm still interested in finding an editor slash animator. I understand that some of you have some concerns about me hiring, like if the quality might change or just won't feel as authentic, I guess, which I agree. I think that's why I'm taking so long in making a decision. All I know is that I'm not a professional animator. I'm self-taught. I draw everything frame by frame, put it in an editing software, and I just time it all manually. So what I'm looking for is someone who can help me lighten my workload and eventually build a team slash community so I can keep creating videos like this. After hearing all that rant, if you're still interested, let me know in the comments or I'll create a form for you guys to fill out. I wasn't clear about needing an animator because I thought it was similar to an editor. My bad. But yeah, if you feel like you're the right fit and have a similar sense of humor as me, let's see where we can go from here and let's make it happen. Thank you all so much for watching. Please hit that hype button. It really helps a small YouTuber like me. Likes, comments, and subs would also be deeply appreciated. It doesn't take too much of your time. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.